Hello, it's Rebecca here from Precious Pages Papercraft, and today I'm designing a layout for my creative scrapbook. And I'm working with the April main kit this time round, and it's made up of Paige Evans Blooming Wild collection, which is absolutely stunning. Lots of lovely bright colours and floral patterns, so right up my street. I decided to make some rosettes for this layout, and I've chosen that gorgeous floral pattern paper as my main feature for my largest rosette. And it's a gorgeous paper, it's got loads of florals on, loads of gorgeous colours that work really well together. However, the paper is a little busy for me. Even though it's my favourite, it's quite busy, which means I needed to balance it out with some white space. And I didn't want to fussy cut the flowers out because I felt like that paper would then lose its magic. So I wanted to keep it in its entirety, and I felt like a rosette was a fab way to use it because I haven't lost the patterns or the colours, and I've managed to get a large area of it on my page but still have a lot of white space to balance it out. So I've used that for my larger rosette, and then I've used a smaller sort of floral patterned paper and a darker paper as well to help contrast all those bright colours in the middle. And I've made two smaller rosettes from that, and I'm going to have those sitting kind of diagonally through the page. So I made the rosettes off camera just because they are quite fiddly to make. They're not hard, they are just a little bit fiddly. So I cut the paper into strips. I think the larger rosette I cut into 3 inches by 12 inches, so I used 2 strips of that. And then I scored at every 1/4 of an inch, and then folded that like concertina style, so back and forward on itself, kind of to make a fan. And I stuck the 2 long strips together and then brought the ends round in the centre to meet them. And I like to use my glue gun when I'm making rosettes because I just find it holds a lot easier. Double-sided tape and wet glue tends to ping off and get really frustrating, so glue gun is always helpful for rosettes. And then I just punched some circles and adhered them to the back to help hold the shape. And then with the smaller rosettes, I cut my pattern paper into 2-inch strips and did the same, just joined the edges up. Those didn't need to be as long because the rosette didn't need to stretch as far round as they're smaller. But again, scored at every 1/4 of an inch. So really simple to make, just a little bit fiddly and time consuming, so I did those off camera. And behind my rosettes, I've added a little bit of blue ink. That was a Distress Oxide in Mermaid Lagoon. So that kind of bluey turquoise colour features in the 2 pattern papers I've used, and I think it's a really lovely colour. So I've added that just a tiny bit around the outside edge of those rosettes, just to kind of give it a little shadow effect and something to sit on. And then I've added some splatters on top of that will show out from behind all my rosettes and things. And I love how that's looking so far. So that is the main kind of bulk of my layout done now, and I can just focus on the embellishing. So I want to have some florals on the page because in the photo, my little boy and I were walking through our local National Trust gardens. And in the spring they have loads of flowers planted. It's all bulbs and things, so they come up every year, but it's really stunning. And I've got a photo of him here just amongst some kind of tropical plants, standing on a bridge. So I love the florals, and this pattern paper is just full of them and it's gorgeous. So I'm going to take some time to fussy cut some of these. And also there's a butterfly patterned paper in the kit, and obviously I'm a sucker for fussy cutting butterflies, so I'm going to add some of those to my page as well. And like I said, this is the main kit for April, the Paige Evans Blooming Wild. There are 3 other kits as well with my creative scrapbook. So as well as the main kit, there is the creative kit, the limited edition kit and the album kit, and each kit is different. So there's something there for everybody. There's lots of different styles, lots of different collections. So I'll pop a link in the description box below to the website where you can have a look at the different kits, and you can either buy it as a one-off when you fancy, or you can subscribe and get it through the post every month, which I think is fabulous because who doesn't love monthly mail, especially when it's this pretty. So I'll leave some details in the description box below for you, and I'll also leave a link to the My Creative Scrapbook blog as well, because every day you'll find new inspiration from the design team up on the blog. And if you're a bit like me and you're quite impatient and you don't want to wait daily for those releases on the blog, you can also go to the DT gallery on the website and you will find everybody's creations using the 4 different kits for the month. They get uploaded there. I think it's on the 5th of the month, so you can always head over to the website and look at the DT gallery to see what we've all been doing with the kits. So I've just skipped through the last bit of fussy cutting for you. It is quite boring to watch. It's very therapeutic to do, but boring to watch somebody else do it. But I have cut 4 of those butterflies and I'm going to have those going through kind of the centre of the page diagonally in the opposite direction to my rosettes. And I've picked off one of the chipboard stickers that says happy. I love that it's rainbow coloured. It's just gorgeous, and it's like kind of my favourite tones of each colour as well. So really lovely. So I've used that for my title, and I've used some of the hearts there that I'm going to cover the centre of my rosettes with, because obviously on the back I've added just a circle of punched paper to hold the rosette together, but it means the whole is visible on the front still. So it needed something to cover those, and those hearts were perfect for that. So I chose 3 different colours and got those stuck in place. And I have my title over the bottom of my photo, as you can see there. Now I'm just going to go around getting these smaller things stuck down and seeing what else I can add. There is so much in this kit. As well as all the papers, we get the chipboard sheet, a 12 by 12 chipboard sheet. We also get the ephemera pack and also this 12 by 12 sticker sheet as well. So there's loads to use in this kit, and I love that there's lots of little bits as well, because I'm a big fan of sort of having lots of little bits on a page so that it's not overpowering the layout. When I've got lots of big things going on, I find it gets too busy. So I love finishing sort of the main part of my design and then going through and adding all these little bits. And I've added some sort of metallic or holographic little silver stars, hearts there as well. But there we go, there is the finished layout. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have loved this kit. I think I've made like 6 layouts with it already, and I've still got so much left. So like I said, I'll pop some links down in the description box below for you, so do check those out and head on over to the website and check the kits out because they are stunning. But thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next time.